Okay, here we are today bringing you the NFL 1990 Score football cards. Okay, this is part of a set with Series 1 and 2 of some, I think, 660 cards. And this is 1 to 29. We'll be bringing you the whole set, as we've already started bringing you some of the rookies and the old stars and hot rockets and all those good stuff. We've already brought you some, and now we're going with just the regular players and stuff. Here we go. Lorenzo White for the Orioles. Richard Dent for the Bears. Eddie Murray for the Lions. Jeff Query for the Packers. John Elway for Broncos. Kevin Ross for the Chiefs. Duane Brickett for the Colts. Alan Pinkett for the Orioles. Troy Aikman for the Cowboys. Barry Sanders for the Lions. Bo Jackson for the Raiders. John Steffen for the Patriots. Ark Monk for the Redskins. Dan Marino for the Dolphins. John Settle for the Falcons. Dan Muskoski for the Packers. Bruce Smith for the Bills. Brad Muster for the Bears. Jackson Buck. Oh, I gotta say this one right. Bengals. James Brooks for the Bengals. John Taylor for the 49ers. Leslie O'Neal for the Chargers. Bill Fralick for the Falcons. Brent Fullwood for the Packers. Phil Simms for the Giants. Jim Everett for the Rams. Mike Singletary for the Bears. Christian O'Keefe for the Chiefs. Joe Montana for the 49ers. All right. Here we are bringing you the first collection, the beginning of the 1990 NFL football card collection. This is 1 to 29. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and share this with other fans who you feel may enjoy looking at all these cards. I'll be bringing you the whole complete set, Series 1 and 2. All right, bye-bye now. Here we are bringing you the NFL 1990 Score football card set. This is a whole set. And this is 30 to 59. we're bringing you the whole set, the whole collection, Series 1 and 2. Alright, so here's 30 to 59. Bart Otis for the Giants. Seth Joyner for the Eagles. Andrew Reed for the Bills. Chris Dahlman for the Vikings. Pat Swilling for the Saints. Raul Allergy for the Giants. Gary Anderson for the Steelers. Robert Perryman for the Pirates. Billy Ray Smith for the Chargers. Lawrence Taylor for the Giants. Look at that, all action. Love it when the cards are in action. Bomber Isaacson for the Bengals. DeMonte Dawson for the Steelers. Dino Hackett for the Chiefs. Reggie Roby for the Dolphins. Roger Vick for the Jets. Bobby Hebert for the Saints. Don Beebe for the Bills. Neil Anderson for the Bears. Johnny Holland for the Packers. Bobby Humphrey for the Jets. Fred Marion for the Patriots. Keep wanting to make the Patriots some Pirates. Sorry. Keith Millard for the Vikings. Willie Galt for the Raiders. Joe Phillips for the Chargers. Mike Johnson for the Browns. Herschel Walker for the Vikings. Jim Jeffcoat for the Cowboys. Leon White for the Bengals. Jeff DeLabash for the Dolphins. And Eric Metcalf for the Browns. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing all of these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means share these with other fans so everyone can get to see what the whole complete set, Series 1 and 2, look like from the NFL 1990 football card set. Alright, bye-bye now. Here we are today with the NFL 1990 Score football card set. Now this video has from 60 to 89. We have the whole set. We'll be bringing it all to you. Series 1 and 2 from 1990 NFL cards. Okay, all the football cards. Okay. We have Greg Bell for the Rams. Brian Zashishka from the Dolphins. Andy Rayson for the Colts. Mike Dial for the Raiders. Bobby Hampshire for the Broncos. Jim Jensen for the Dolphins. Jojo Tonsell for the Jets. Calvin Martin for the Cowboys. Jackie Slater for the Rams. Steve Smith for the Raiders. Chris Miller for the Falcons. Weber Marshall for the Redskins. Skip McClendon for the Bengals. Jim Covert for the Bears. Sam Miles for the Saints. Chris Kenton for the Colts. Ive Eatman for the Chiefs. Bubba Paris for the 49ers. John Elliott for the Giants. Thomas Everett for the Steelers. Tony Zendizaz for the Orioles. Rodney Holman for the Bengals. Tim Worthley for the Steelers. Gerald Riggs for the Redskins. Alan Vingard for the Packers. Kyle Clifton for the Jets. Scott Norwood for the Bills. Lars Tatt for the Buccaneers. Dave Craig for the Seahawks. And Bernie Corsard for the Browns. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share these with other fans. I'd appreciate it. Bye-bye now. Here we are today bringing you the NFL 1990 Score Football Card Set Collection. Now these cards are from 90 to 119. Start right off here with James Dixon from the Cowboys. Harry Newsome from the Steelers. Ick McKillen from the Jets. Ray Childress from from the Orioles. Kyle McLemberg from the Broncos. Jacob Green from the Seahawks. Stanford Jennings from the Bengals. Jim Kelly from the Bills. Carnell Lake from the Steelers. Thurman Thomas from the Bills. Roger Craig from the 49ers. Charles Mann from the Redskins. Fred Young from the Colts. Chris Jakey from the Packers. Scott Case from the Falcons. Warrant Moon from the Orioles. Clyde Simmons from the Eagles. Steve Atwater from the Broncos. Morton Anderson from the Saints. Eugene Marv from the Buccaneers. Donald Igriberk from the Buccaneers. Howie Long from the Raiders. Marion Butts from the Chargers. Stephen Page from the Chiefs. Deion Sanders from the Falcons. Charles Haley from the 49ers. Bruce Matthews from the Orioles. Dennis Smith from the Broncos. Kyle Banks from the Giants. Delton Hillard from the Saints. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing this batch to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and share these with other fans. All the football fans will really enjoy seeing this whole collection. Alright, bye-bye now. Here we are today, bringing you the NFL 1990 Score football card set. We're up to number 120 to 150. Okay, and we got the whole box collection, and I'll surely be looking for some more complete collections like this and bring them all to you in video form. So be sure to share with others, be sure to join me, get others to join so that they can check all the cards out too. Alrighty, so let's start up. Here we have Hanson Jones from the Vikings. Eric Allen from the Eagles. Felix Wright from the Browns. Merrill Hogg from the Steelers. Eric Ball from the Bengals. Willie Anderson from the Rams. James Jefferson from the Seahawks. Tim McDonald from the Cardinals. Larry Kinnebrew from the Bills. Mark Collins from the Giants. Brian Blades from the Seahawks. Alonzo Heitzsmith from the Orioles. Todd McNair from the Chiefs. Vay Sihahima from the Cardinals. Albert Bentley from the Colts. Kevin Butler from the Bears. Marvin Bratton from the Broncos. Rick Camarillo from the Cardinals. Jeff Donaldson from the Orioles. Ickey Woods from the Bengals. Jeff Larman from the Jets. Eric Thompson from the Bengals. Derek Hill from the Steelers. Rick Fenny from the Vikings. Herman Hurd from the Chiefs. Steve Young from the 49ers. Kent Holt from the Bills. Joey Browner from the Vikings. Robert Massey from the Saints. Frank Minifield from the Browns. And Dave Margett from the Giants. All right. I hope you've enjoyed my bringing all of these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share with other fans. Alrighty, bye-bye now. Here we are, you football fans. We're showing you the NFL 1990 Score football card set. We're up to number 151 to 179. Alrighty, let me show you what we have. Pete Holohan from the Rams. Anthony Munoz from the Bengals. Clay Matthews from the Browns. John Alt from the Chiefs. Cian Landeta from the Giants. Shane Conlan from the Bills. Seaman Fletcher from the Broncos. Joe Nash from the Seahawks. Jay Helgenberg from the Bears. Ronnie Lott from the 49ers. Andy Heck from the Seahawks. Mike Munchak from the Orioles. Dennis Gentry from the Bears. Tim Robash from the Cardinals. Randall McDaniel from Vikings. Pat Leakey from the Jets. Bubby Brister from the Steelers. Andre Bruce from the Falcons. Bill Brooks from the Colts. Eddie Anderson from the Raiders. Keith Byard from the Eagles. Jerry Gray from the Rams. A.J. Johnson from the Redskins. Darryl Taylor from the Bills. Mike Coffer from the 49ers. Alvin Walton from the Redskins. Ray Donaldson from the Colts. Ricky Dixon from the Bengals. Bubba McDowell from the Orioles. All right. Very good. All right. So be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more of this collection. Be sure to share this with other football fans so that they can see the whole collection, video by video, from 1990 NFL football cards. All right. Bye-bye now. All right, you football fans, here we are again, continuing with the NFL 1990 Score football card set. We're up to 180 to 209. All right. Here we go. Tracy Armstrong for the Bears. Ralph Mosey Jenko for the Redskin. Ooh, that's a big one. Sean Collins for the Falcons. Tim Green for the Falcons. Russ Grimm for the Redskin. Jerry Ball for the Lions. Reggie White for the Eagles. Jim Lachey for the Redskins. Dan Hampton for the Bears. Jerry Rice for the 49ers. Leonard Smith for the Bills. Chris Spielman for the Lions. Tom Newberry for the Rams. Chris Carter for the Eagles. Kevin Porter for the Chiefs. Donald Thompson for the Colts. Rayan Johnson for the Saints. Steve McMichael for the Bears. Jim Sweeney for the Jets. Rick Carlis for the Vikings. Oh, look at that. He's got his leg all the way up there like that. Woo! Craig Montgomery for the Orioles. Look at that. Wow, very athletic, huh? Tom Rathman for the 49ers. Lonzel Hill for the Saints. Reggie Lanhorn for the Browns. Drew Hill for the Orioles. Robert DePino for the Rams. David Flucher for the Bengals. Vance Johnson for the Broncos. Ron Starks for the Colts. And Robert Waltz for the Cardinals. All right. I hope you've enjoyed viewing these. Be sure to share them with other football sports fans. And we'll bring you the rest of the set, video by video. All right, bye-bye now. Here we are, all you football fans. We're bringing you the NFL 1990 Score Football Card Set. We're up to 210 to 239. We'll be bringing you the whole set. Hope you've enjoyed this. All right. Let's start right here with Keith Jackson. Ooh, some snow just fell off the roof. Okay, Keith Jackson from the Eagles. Jamie Holland from the Chargers. Mark Clayton from the Dolphins. Jeff Cross from the Dolphins. Bob Galliano from the Lions. Louis Oliver from the Dolphins. Jim Arnold from the Lions. Robert Clark from the Lions. Gil Bird from the Chargers. Rodney Petey from the Lions. Dave Brown from the Packers. Keith Jones from the Falcons. Jim Scow from the Bengals. Richard Johnson from the Lions. Henry Ellard from the Rams. Kevin Murphy from the Buccaneers. Tom Benson from the Raiders. Vince Newsom from the Rams. Steve Grokan from the Patriots. Anthony Miller from the Chargers. Marcus Allen from the Raiders. Steve Wash from the Cowboys. Jim Harbaugh from the Bears. Mel Gray from the Lions. David Threadwill from the Broncos. John Offerdell from the Dolphins. Gary Reasons from the Giants. Tim Crumry from the Bengals. David Duerson from the Bears. Gary Clark from the Redskins. Alright. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and turn some others right on to these football cards. Alright. Share it with others. Bye-bye now. Here we are continuing the videos to please all the football fans, bringing you the NFL 1990 Score Football Card Set. This is Series 1 and 2 I'm bringing to you, and we're up to number 240 to 269. Alright, in this beautiful collection. Here we go. Jesse Tuggley for the Falcons. Brian Noble for the Packers. Mark Kelson for the Bills. Jack Trudeau for the Colts. Tim Harris for the Packers. Pete Mandel for the Chiefs. Steve Wisniewski for the Raiders. Steve DeBerg for the Chiefs. Vinny Testavard for the Buccaneers. Definitely didn't get that last name right. Mark Bavaro for the Giants. Wade Wilson for the Vikings. Freddie Joe Nunn for the Cardinals. Jerome Brown for the Eagles. Wow, look at that move, huh? Maron Guyton for the Giants. Nate O'Donners for the Bills. Rod Woodson for the Steelers. Cornelius Burnett for the Bills. Keith Woodside for the Packers. Jeff Ulenkuk for the Dolphins. Harry Hamilton for the Buccaneers. Louis Lips for the Steelers. Ron Haler for the Eagles. Ken Harvey for the Cardinals. Bernie Blade for the Lions. Sterling Sharp for the Packers. Mike Tomczak for the Bears. Tim McGee for the Bengals. Jerry Holmes for the Lions. Mark Murray for the Packers. And Mark Johnson for the Broncos. All right. I hope you've enjoyed my bringing you this part. Be sure to sub me, join me as a fan, and share with other fans. All right. We're all fans. Here we go. Stay tuned for more. Bye-bye now.